Hello, today we'll be unboxing the Redimp GM300 optical gaming mouse, which this is a $10 gaming mouse that you could pretty much get. And of course, this looks pretty cool. So without further ado, we're going to get into the unboxing and review. So first look on the packaging, it actually feels pretty nice for this gaming mouse. To be honest with you, I would not be, I'd expect something like razer or something to come in one of these boxes. So first off, starting off, we have the mouse itself and the little instruction manual, so we can actually see, this is, as you can see, GM300 and it's type B. And of course you can see the different options as well. I don't know if this is programmable or not, but let's see what we can get here. So first off, taking it out of its case, or out of the sleeve, it doesn't look anything too special. Side note though, I will say compared to their keyboard, this definitely does feel, to be honest with you, this is an amazing mouse. My first impressions, an amazing mouse. Like, the feel of this right here feels like a Razer mouse. It feels awesome. And if they made their keyboard out of this kind of same kind of feel right here, or did the same finish, I would say that, and maybe change the backlit on that, I feel like it would be pretty much equivalent to Razer. Now obviously the bottom still has the kind of cheapish feel, that finish, but that's not what you're feeling here. And this, I like this right here. Anything you're gonna feel feels right, like it feels good. And this is all polished right here. Everything looks good. And you've got your other options here as well as some buttons, and you got your two programmable buttons here as well as the rolling keys. So I'm going to plug this into my computer now, and we're going to basically go through and test it, give you my, of course, honest reviews about what I personally feel about this. And I don't know what this is. Seems like, oh, it's some cardboard. And plug it in, we'll see what we get from there. So here we are with the lights off, and pretty much just to start off, this doesn't have an option to customize the color as you like, but it does have the kind of flow-through feel of an RGB mouse. To be honest with you, comparing this for 10 bucks to the other mouse I reviewed, which was the wireless mouse, I believe, I forgot actually the name of it, it was a Jellycomb wireless mouse, this actually feels pretty much insane. I mean, if the customizable colors would be my only issue, and then at that point you'd pretty much have something that's unbeatable on the market. I don't think it would be too hard to do, but this is pretty much insane. Now the other thing I will notice is that the colors right here do tend to stay red no matter what, but I will say that's pretty much what we're looking at here, and it looks cool. Like, I had to say that much, that honestly, if you take this out and you look at this in the light, it doesn't look that noticeable. But if you turn it off, it looks awesome. So honestly, my honest opinion of this mouse is it's insane for this price range. The side grips and stuff is just awesome. This feels like, I'd say like a $50 mouse. This feels nice, and like it's smooth glides, and of course everything is optional. Like, when you're clicking around and stuff, it's pretty much instant response time, nice sounding clicks, and I mean honestly very responsive, and I have no issue with it. It honestly looks really nice. Now if you look at the USB port on here, you can actually see that it actually looks pretty nice as well. Now obviously it's kind of got that cheap finish as well, but honestly when it comes to these peripherals, I personally don't have a preference on that cheap finish, long as I'm not going to be feeling it, and this is the right finish for the job. And honestly, yes, there is a cheap finish on the bottom, but I mean that's what's going to get scratched up, torn up already. So I mean, just that feel right now is pretty much awesome. You cannot go wrong with that feel. Actually, I'm even going to grab my other mouse to show you guys just a comparison of the $50 mouse that I've had for the last month or so, or actually last year maybe. So this is the mouse that I've been using for the last year, and I want to keep in mind that yes, this is kind of a similar finish, but this is not the same finish. I personally prefer this finish over here over the finish that's found on this Logitech mouse. Now obviously this is, I don't even remember the name of this thing, and this does have the same number of programmable keys as that's found on here. I mean, yes, they're in different places. The one thing I will say though is I do feel like this one is a little bit more gripped, but I do like the fact that this is more of a kind of starter mouse that does have a lot more color options, because when you plug this one in, it doesn't really give you much options on the color. You can change this and that's it. You can customize that though, and I will say though that here though you've got a lot more visible area, but you don't have much of a customization option. I will still say though that I will probably be using both frequently after I get a little bit more testing into just how it responds in games. And honestly though, I really do prefer this finish over this one. This feels even cheap compared to this. Honestly though, the bottoms, not really something you're worrying about, and the sensor pretty much is the same. And as you can see, there's the G402 is the mouse I'm comparing here, which I believe is like a $30, $40, $50 mouse compared to 10 bucks. And these don't look 10 bucks. They look pretty much identical. I consider this one what you'd find as a Razer mouse, and this one is what you'd find as another off brand option. But honestly, without any complaints, this is awesome. And actually, this does have 2 more programmable keys, but still at this price range, you're not going to get anything better. So honestly, I personally have no complaints with this mouse, except maybe the customizable colors, and that's my only complaint. Like, if I were to take any negatives, which I try to be 100% plus and minuses, if you can really, you're not really too bothered about changing the color, you've got a nice gaming mouse. And honestly, I cannot stress you enough the difference between these two mice is that this feels much more higher quality, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoyed this little comparison of the different keys or the different mice that I have, and of course the why I like just the finish on this one. You have to take my word for it. The finish on that is much hot. What was really surprising after the keyboard, I was a little disappointed on how they made the keyboard feel, but this finish would be perfect on that. So without further ado, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, of course, give it a thumbs up, and of course, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.